Hello Year 7. Today we're looking at a subtopic of probability called Venn diagrams and two-way tables. Now the word Venn here is named after a man called John Venn, and he was a mathematician in the 1800s. In fact, he died in, I think it was 1920. He was a man who was a minister of an Anglican church, but he left that to work in a university studying mathematics. He was still involved in church, and as I understand it, a very godly man, but his main contribution has been to mathematics and inventing these diagrams. First thing we need to know is this kind of language here, mutually exclusive events. Okay, the word exclusive here means to exclude. So when we have an exclusive event, it excludes everything else. So if I want to roll a 6, it excludes rolling a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So that's what an exclusive event is. It excludes all other things. Mutually exclusive events are two events that exclude each other. You can't do one and the other at the same time. And show you some examples of that, I've got this first one up here, which is to play soccer. You can't play soccer and at the same time not play soccer. They're mutually exclusive. You can't eat breakfast and at the same time not eat breakfast. You can't enjoy English and not enjoy English. You can't toss a tail on a coin and at the same time toss a head on a coin. You can't be right-handed and left-handed. Now I know some of you are going to try and argue this point, but for this thing here we're saying you can't be both. You can't be male and you can't be female. Alright, so that's what these are, mutually exclusive events. You can't be one and the other at the same time. So let's have a look at some non-mutually exclusive events. You can play soccer and you can play netball. You can't play them at the same time, but you can do both. You can eat breakfast and you can eat lunch. You can enjoy English and you can enjoy maths. You can eat McDonald's and you can eat KFC. These are all non-mutually exclusive events. You can play Minecraft and you can play soccer. You can enjoy reading and you can enjoy tennis. Now with those things in mind, I want to introduce you to the concept of a two-way table. Okay, and here's what it looks like. Notice that this two-way table has 4 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's called a two-way table because we're going to be looking at 2 types of event. The first one we're going to look at is looking at playing soccer. I surveyed 40 people. Okay, so 40 people I surveyed, boys and girls, and I wanted to know which of them played soccer and which of them don't play or didn't play soccer. Now it turns out that of those 40 people, it turns out that 15 played soccer. And if 15 played soccer, how many didn't play soccer? 25. So 15 plus 25 does equal 40. So the other thing I did was I found out of those same 40 people who played netball and who didn't play netball. Now when I did that, I found out that there were 12 people that played netball. Now remember that because I'm asking the same 40 students, that 12, the number that goes there must be 28, because 12 plus 28 equals 40. Now this is where a two-way table comes in really useful. It's these bits just in here. I asked them one more question. I said, who played soccer and netball, and it turns out that 4 people played soccer and netball. Now with that one question I can fill in the rest of this table here, because I know that 4 plus something must be 12, and that's 8. And I also know that 4 plus something equals 15. Well, that's 11. And I know that 11 plus something must give me 28, and that would be 17. Now we have some really useful information here, because this information here tells me that I have 4 people that do both. Well, I said that before, but now I've got 8 people who play netball but don't play soccer. And then over here I've got 11 people that play soccer but don't play netball. And this one down here, this is really interesting. What do you think that one is? 17 people that don't play soccer and don't play netball. Okay. Alright, now what we're going to have a look at is what that table looks up like nicely printed. And there it is there. There's all that same information.